And they have a shrine to be able to use as well.
Good. Yeah, he saved the stick charges until FATA was fully committed at the last second. And luckily for FATA, Ryze had no mana. He had been using it all through jungle. If he had Frostbite, he was on like 80 mana. That's a dead Weaver. So very close to turning it around for C9. Not quite able to do so. FATA and Feero are going to shrine up together, and looks like they're going to farm some Ancients.
Oh, YapzOr. He's caught in the trees, tries to kick NoiA out of this dead end, but NoiA returns right back to block YapzOr in against the bear. It'll be Ace picking up the first blood.
Yeah. At this point,
bottom. Dazzle's here to just try and push out the lane, see if he can get his level 6, which would really help to stop pushes, but it looks like he's going to be caught in the process. They did have a laning ward. They saw Adam head into those trees. He tries to get a Stampede save from the Centaur, not going to be good enough. That Stampede does also allow FATA to go on HeStEJoE, but a TP out. Oh, the Shikuchi at the end. Barely in front of the TP, does manage to give him the killing blow.
Without that Stampede hitting, it's really hard for Invoker to hit the Sunstrike and the Meatball combo. He's gone full Wex Exord. And
roll in.
Argon still trying to engage.
NoiA's been hit, slowed down. The Hoof Stomp will land this time around with the Sunstrike and the extra nuke damage. FoREv, they will find that pick off. That being said, Ace was not there. Ace, he maybe
BabyKnight, if he gets hit by that Hoof Stomp, could be burst down quickly.
Yeah,
He's trying to tank up, has the pike, so maybe a bit harder. We'll find out.
BabyKnight gets caught. He still has that force tap, but it looks like the damage is going to come too fast. Too many stuns, and a Sunstrike finishes him off. Bears the first reveal of the.
FATA does have the Savage Roar.
FATA, Sunstrike. Ace is not going to be hit by that one. FATA does not have time lapse anymore. He actually pops a wand. Will have enough now, but he's actually going to stick around until the Stomp comes in from FoREv, so maybe they can at least get a kill on NoiA instead. But he's a tanky support, and Ryze, he now comes in with a Frostbite. More TPs in. HeStEJoE with a 3-man Pit of Malice. Follow up. Firestorm. TP out from FoREv, but he gets frostbitten. That will delay the highest net worth hero on Bears from escaping. They'll pick up that kill. Big one for C9. Oh, and plus one.
Plus one. This Astral Atom, no escape for him. That could potentially open up space for Ace to take mid. They may press down top.
The Sunstrike when the initiation comes, but also it's going to be when these pushes come in the Meteor. I feel like they needed that sort of overwhelming damage to deal with C9 because they've got tanky heroes and with the sustain of mech as well. Here comes HeStEJoE. He's going to receive a Force Staff. Nicely played out by BabyKnight. Managed to outplay that one. Jump in. Hit 2-man Hoof Stomp there on the side. Stampede slowing them all down as well. Here comes the Meteor, but HeStEJoE's already dead. Fought in the back lines. Almost died, but he does manage to get a shallow grave and will also time-lapse off half the damage. Feero's now going to be chased down. Oh, here comes the damage. Feero gets caught in the entangle. Tower's going to fall. Bears. The rest of them will get out. Looks like they traded.
It's tough because OD doesn't really want to be too far forward. He ideally wants his teammates getting jumped so he can astral them, and they've caught FoREv.
Spirit Bear bait, but they do have a nice silence coming out from YapzOr. FoREv tries to get away with the Stampede, but unfortunately, Ryze was on the side. He wasn't hit by that silence. Does manage to get the Frostbite. Oh, FATA almost goes down. The time lapse, though, just in time. They're still chasing Feero. Managed to slow him down, but it looks like he's far enough away. He'll be good. But a loss of their Centaur means, as well as Adam, and seems like that TP's not going to make it. A loss of their Initiator and their Sustain means that C9 can freely push down a Tier 2.
That is incredible. Yeah, and then if you're trying to Stampede on top, he's got Savage Roar too. They're going to catch
Nice
BabyKnight.
initiation. They can get the silence follow-up. BabyKnight will be dropped here. That is the kind of pickoffs that Bears need here. Because after that mid lane engagement where they tried to fight over the mid-tier 1.
A good kill. Any core hero going down can a dent in this constant push that's coming out from the C9 squad, and they can get another kill here mid lane. The pickoff game continues. Feero getting the last hit with the Sunstrike. This is where C9 have to be right through a dire Observer Ward.
Yeah, these Sunstrike kills are pretty big. Stun silence onto Ryze with the Sunstrike. Oh, good save there from BabyKnight. Right as FoREv came in, he's going to try and activate the Shrine and survive through that. The Shrine will keep him alive for now, but C9, they do have that movement speed. There goes the Stampede.
Again, they know there's no Sunstrike now, and this dire ward does not see these heroes, so good smoke usage to get back into the pit. Forward Spirit will scout this one a little bit too late.
Oh, but they jump in! Oh my god, the Age is still in the deck. FoREv managed to grab it. Now here comes the Meteor with the deafening blast. Ace and HeStEJoE almost get blown up. There is a save from BabyKnight. Ace is going to come back soon. FoREv is still in the pit. Can anyone threaten Ace? He's in the back lines. Feero and FATA just charge in, manage to finish him off. NoiA's also going to go down, and BabyKnight, he needs to get out of here. He can't save anybody anymore. He does get the Hurricane Pike over the cliff, blinks back, saves himself. FoREv is here, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch BabyKnight. What a win. How did Bears manage to make the read on that?
They were so close to making that work, Cloud9 with their smoke in. Bears scouted out with the Forward Spirit, and the Forward Spirit is in the pit like right as Roche is about to die. So they had like a split second to react with that combo, and they're going to find another kill now with the Sunstrike. Suddenly, this game gets swung right back into Bears. Not done.
There's the initiation. Here comes the Meteor. It's not going to save HeStEJoE. BabyKnight chooses to save Ace, the big damage dealer. HeStEJoE is tanky enough. Well, he's down to half health. It looks like FATA can actually finish him off with a Desolator. FATA's stuck underneath the Pit of Malice. He will receive an early Shallow Grave just in case. FoREv runs in, tries to get BabyKnight, hits him with a bit of a threat there with a nuke, slows him down, but BabyKnight now turns, manages to throw out the ultimate, finishing off the Centaur. Oh, FATA, he gets a nice Savage Roar, perfectly timed by Ace to prevent the time lapse. And a Shukuchi away. Bears now left with only 3, and Cloud9, they're not done just yet. They still want to take this tier 2 tower, and Bears are going to have to give it to him unless YapzOr has some godly plays. But it looks like they're just going to get extra kills from this. FATA, he is dead.
Free int for the OD while you're graved up.
Oh, yeah.
One of those scenarios where you probably actually don't want to grave yourself. Suddenly there's 60 stolen int on...
We're talking about talents and what are the worst talents, and up there on the list we complained about it a lot was the level 15 talent from Nyx Assassin. Oh, jump, initiation, stun, misses out on the hoof stomp, does manage to hit the boulder, but there is a save from BabyKnight. Force Staff away from FoREv, not allowing that Stampede to connect. Now YapzOr comes in, managed to hit his ultimate onto a couple, but the BKB activated by BabyKnight allows him to turn and fight. Now they're going to pop the Dark Rift. BabyKnight's dropping lower and lower. They might be able to get this kill before... Oh, the Dark Rift, it doesn't save him. They can't get out. Now Ace is actually left completely alone here. He's going to turn and fight and kill Adam, but is not going to be making out alive, it seems. He's too separated from his team, and they will bring him down. Bears, a big win for them. 2 cores.
Tough fight. The Beetle on OD just wrecked him.
Let's do that Swarm Beetle on Roshan and the Desolator. C9, they're coming in fast with the Bear. Roshan's down to 1500 HP. The Tornado's going to be able to prevent a lot of this, and they do have beautiful line damage. The stun out from YapzOr. Double silence onto 2. HeStEJoE and Ace in trouble. BabyKnight needs to save Ace, but they do get the Hurricane Pike onto the cliff. They've managed to finish up Roshan as well, and now FATA is ready to go with the Aegis. He just charges straight in, facing up against BabyKnight. Will try and pop his BKB and finish off Ace. Now the jump in gets the stun onto Ryze as well. That'll finish off BabyKnight. Cloud9, it's just all over for them in this engagement. HeStEJoE tries to TP out, does manage to make it out, but this is going to be buyback time for maybe the OD. Looks like the Lone Druid with his low death timer can wait.
Yeah, that was the perfect lineup possible. Coming down that ramp for the Tornado, First Spirit Suns and everything.
C9, you got to respect this. Your Lone Druid is not yet back up. They did not want to have to buy back on the OD until the Lone Druid is up, so HeStEJoE giving the Bears the free pickoff here before the push actually fully comes out. They are going to be able to take that melee racks. Tornado, EMP, making its way in. Stomp, actually going to miss out there. The Tornado lasting a bit too long. Silence from YapzOr, tries to roll himself away. Hit by the Pit of Malice. Saved by the Shallow Grave. He may still be able to get out of here, but FoREv as well is being chased down by HeStEJoE, and Ignite comes out. Feero blinks back. Adam's going to be target of HeStEJoE and NoiA instead, while FATA was battling it up with the 2 cores. Is completely out of mana now. Needs the extra help. Has the BKB. Is going to try and run himself away, but the physical damage of BabyKnight, 4 HP. He finally does fall. Now when he comes back, he won't have a BKB. A Pit of Malice laid in preemptively. FATA is... There's no chance. No hope for a time lapse or anything like that.
At least get the big Weaver kill and an Aegis on the rebuttal there, but still puts Cloud9 in a tough spot. They take their melee racks, and as a result, C9 thinking they can push back the other way. Force out that Weaver buyback at a minimum is probably what's on their mind.
Throwing out that deafening blast. They're hoping to be able to push back Cloud9 and not have to use their buyback on FATA. No, a nice stun. A 3-man hoof stomp onto the Spirit Bearer as well. They're going to be able to control these heroes now. The Stampede slows them down. The Dark Rinse is coming in, but it's not going to save NoiA. A Force Staff, another one. They try and push these heroes away, and it looks like it may have disjointed enough that Ryze could not make it into the Dark Rift out.
Yeah, I don't think he's rating that Uber driver 5 stars. He has left a couple teammates behind. Ace is still running the hell away. Luckily, he's got all this movement speed to get out of there. Ryze also missed out on the ride. But
TP in. Whoa, Ace! He TP'd onto a shrine, but FATA and Feero were already here trying to cut him off in the first place, so they just stumble into a TP and a free kill there. Ace could not afford a pick off like that. He's down for 35 seconds, and Bears are already on top of your tier 2. These heroes is so important. Maybe the +1 second on Hoof Stomp is better.
yeah,
Oh, here comes the initiation. FATA speeding ahead with his Shikuchi. Level 25 talent. HeStEJoE is going to be the pick-off here. Nobody else is going to get caught, though, on the side of Cloud9.
has no buyback as well.
Managed to get FoREv inside the Pit of Malice, but he does have the Stampede too. He's holding on to it for now. He actually is going to turn around Force Staff BabyKnight in deeper. They do manage to get the stun, and Feero's going to be here soon. FoREv now pops that Stampede, does have all that damage reduction, so BabyKnight's really not doing that much to FoREv at all. FATA battling between NoiA and HeStEJoE, does manage to get off the time lapse. OD taken out. Looks like did he hit the blade mail? Adam on the side? Oh no. Dark Rift out. Save them all. All right, they get a couple out, but Ace as well as our OD and Ryze are all going to be fallen here. They do have buyback.
Oh, the blade mail timing. He got it on the Sanity's Eclipse of the OD. That demolished BabyKnight.
HeStEJoE already brought him pretty low earlier and does get a little bit of damage. Oh, Hurricane Pike pushes NoiA away from the stun. Oh, FATA, he's so close. He's going to get saved out for the shallow grave.
Right.
There goes that time lapse. Actually barely makes it out of that Pit of Malice, but back over to top lane. There goes that melee Rax. To and fro. FoREv now jumps in as well. He's going to join in on the pushing action. Nice 2-man hoof stomp. Trying to finish up those ranged Raxes with the forward spirits. Pops his blade mail. BabyKnight can't target him anymore. Back to bottom lane where Feero comes in with a big meteor blast. Hits NoiA back into it with a deafening blast. FoREv now, he pops the Stampede. Is going to run over NoiA. They managed to catch a couple there with the Pit of Malice, but C9, they need to make this team fight work for them because they're getting picked apart. This would
Be not long for this world. With the Aegis down though, perhaps some second thoughts from Bears as to how to approach this push. They're not actually split pushing, which is where they found their success the other times, but with only one lane of Rax to go for,
oh, what?
It seems like they're more focused.
Ace just burst down YapzOr here at the low ground. Now he's going to turn against FoREv, but oh god, he just hit the blade mail. FoREv gets a lot of damage back to Ace, not quite enough to finish him off though.
Okay,
Bears
that rapier came out of nowhere.
turn around, do manage to get a good ice wall onto HeStEJoE. He'll receive a Hurricane Pike. A friendly save from BabyKnight. Now BabyKnight jumps forward here, but doesn't have his BKB activated, so FoREv, oh god, they just hit the hoof stomp, but he dies just like that to FATA. It's all up to Ace now with no buyback onto BabyKnight. Ace is going to have to do it all with his Divine Rapier and only 800 HP. A push back there. NoiA receives a Hurricane Pike, but here comes the Deafening Blast, and that's it. They catch him. They take that Divine Rapier. It's on the deck. Someone can grab it, but the GGs have already been called by Cloud9. C9, they almost had a 10,000 creep aggro or something like that. He takes that away. All of a sudden, you are just fully under the spell of... Oh, Ryze. Oh, the arrow. Don't... No, he walked into it. That'll be first blood for somebody. It'll be FoREv. Clicks it with the Ion Shell from a distance.
You can get some experience for that one too. Adam, pressure up at top, and FoREv could look for this kill. They spot the ward coming out. They know exactly where that is. There'll be an easy D-ward and possibly a kill onto Ryze.
Yeah, Ryze needs the help of Ace now. He gets the heal. He still have the Ghost Shroud if they want to try and slow down Adam, but he's got the early boots, so he's going to go for the chase down underneath the tower. Pretty easy kill here. He may give up his life for it, and that may end up kind of being worth it if they can actually get it. The right click is there. Ace will get the maxed out charges of Death Pulse and get a lot of mana back for that. So that's kind of worth it considering the fact they were giving Bounty Hunter all this early level 1 experience. He's now level 3. That was a big boost for C9.
Yeah, you're safe lane there, getting a solo kill and getting the Death Pulse procs as well. YapzOr's in a bit of trouble here against the HeStEJoE Batrider. Tries to go for the Ancient Suicide, but doesn't get it. HeStEJoE was just on the high ground, had the Rubik walk into him. YapzOr misread the situation.
On FATA's Mirana against the 34 and 13 of BabyKnight. He can't really do much jungling just because of Adam. They might be able to catch NoiA here, but NoiA actually turns around, does manage to get the stun, dodges the arrow. FATA having rough luck there with the arrows. Started off with a beauty, allowing first blood to happen, but ever since...
We're seeing them start to pressure this top tier 1 tower now with the help of it.
He's out of mana, though, on the purge creep, so... An arrow, shuriken, that slight midi stun is what allows the stun of the arrow to be able to land at BabyKnight. Maybe going down. The Fairy Fire is actually going to be enough to save him. Turns around, gets 1 raise, 2 raise onto Adam. Adam's dusted up, so he's going to get dropped. And now FATA is in trouble as well as he doesn't have leap. HeStEJoE is going to be able to collect that kill as well. What a big play there from Cloud9. A huge turnaround. You can see they're ready.
16-minute mark, and that's where Bears will become a lot stronger.
And what I really like is that with the Bounty Hunter kill, SF immediately starts doing some jungle because before he couldn't. HeStEJoE is going to be caught. Pulled back by the vacuum into the wall. That wall slow allows the telekinesis to land. And Bears will pick up that kill. But we'll see if they plan to use this aggressively in the next minute or so. And who, if they did get aggressive, say they do, gods, who would you like to see them gank? Do you want to put pressure on the Necrophos, or do you want to try and keep this SF down and underfarmed?
I think Ace is, to me, more the key player. Like, SF is going to have his way getting items and farm. Like, C9 are really good at protecting him, but I feel like Ace is often kind of more on his own, split pushing. He's had the 1 hero with him in the Disruptor, but I think like a three hero rotation with like a Bounty and Mirana could find those kills. But for now, they start off on bottom.
More TPs coming in, and the counter. YapzOr actually lasts up. HeStEJoE, who gets pulled back into the arrow of FATA with the double damage. They do manage to bring him down. 0 for 2 trade, actually, as they managed to kill the Ogre. And
like you saw with the Observer Ward, he's in position.
Nice
Gets
pickup.
3 right clicks he needs, and yep, nice little snipe.
There's a fresh blink dagger for HeStEJoE. He'll find YapzOr. It's not a monster big kill, but it is enough for Cloud9 to threaten this tier 2 some more. Oh, nice vacuum wall. Now, that is not going to be a fight by any means. Nice turnaround there from BabyKnight, quickly killing those illusions. But it is, again, just as lands a big arrow here. But C9 are actually ready to turn. They're going to fight. HeStEJoE chasing down some. Where's the glimpse? I'm waiting for it to be laid down on somebody here, but they just can't quite get the vision with nighttime. They see YapzOr. YapzOr will be the pickup, but the kinetic field doesn't latch. He doesn't get sent that far back, and YapzOr may still be able to get ahead. It's the Reaper Scythe laid down. That'll hold him in place. That'll definitely get the kill, I'm sure, but it's not a Reaper Scythe kill. And that is just more and more time for Feero, honestly. I would trade that minute's worth. They're actually going to get popped here. The arrow lands on Ace. HeStEJoE, his smoke is popped as well. Bears are going to try and come forward here with the Moonlight Shadow. FoREv throws out the vacuum wall. Nice. Into the corner there. They're going to be clapped up by Roshan as well, so slowing down that retreat. BabyKnight again on point. Feero is actually going to jump up onto the cliff area here, trying to catch HeStEJoE. HeStEJoE is low. Nice telekinesis toss back into 4 as well. HeStEJoE still surviving, has the track on him. Feero's going to go for this kill with his ultimate. He'll pick that up. BabyKnight lets loose the ult, but Feero's already away, so they're going to have to get Adam instead. The gem.
On Ogre.
On Ogre. So NoiA did manage to pick that
hit, and a small little fight breaks out, which leads to just the 1 kill. And even if Bears don't contest this next Rosh, which they still might do, I still feel like just delaying that Rosh by like a minute or 2 is a win in itself. And yeah, they'll come back towards the pit. HeStEJoE, he's got the gem back in his hands, and we'll find Adam.
Adam bounces that shuriken between the two, trying to run himself away. He's got the movement speed, but he can't outrun Glimpse. So he'll be stuck in the kinetic fields. FATA and Feero again with the split pushing during that time. Still have the Guardian Greaves. Feero pops the early ultimate here to make sure he does not drop below half HP. He's going to go back in, hits another pounce, trapping in Ace. They need the rotations out from Cloud9, but they just aren't getting them. Ace throws out a Reaper Scythe just to be able to slow down Feero and hopefully get back, but he just can't get there in time. Ryze was almost there with the kinetic field static storm, but now...
I'm just reconnecting back in the game. I missed that last 15 seconds.
Well, Batrider tried to catch Feero with that smoke. Doesn't actually result in much. And if anything, Cloud9 are going to be able to make their turnaround here. An arrow landed onto BabyKnight, so they quickly jump forward. Kill HeStEJoE. YapzOr with a Stolen Requiem does get a lot of damage out onto Cloud9 as well. Plus the damage reduction. C9 cannot fight this one. The BKB is going to wear low here on BabyKnight now. Feero and FATA both jump back in with their Blink Daggers. Bears are just completely outmaneuvering Cloud9, and Arrow actually misses on the Aegis revive, but BabyKnight, he's kind of stuck here anyway. Maybe with the explosion damage, Ace can get a kill, but he doesn't have the Reaper Sight, so even as the SF dies, Bears are still healthy enough. Ace can't do anything, so he's just come back and died almost immediately. Runs around the shrine, is going to activate it, but he's still 5 seconds left until the Reaper Scythe is up. I don't see him surviving long enough to be able to do anything, so wow.
That full-on team wipe there, I believe. All 5 going down throughout the course of that one. Losing your gem as heavily to have that gem. That was his money that was going into that one, and he's as poor as the Rubik right now. You've got 5 very farm cores and then a big drop-off down to what are effectively the 5 supports at this point. And Feero, he's not done. He finds another kill, a warding disruptor, gets punished. And they know exactly is that all their damage comes from SF.
I knew you wanted to be tricksy, YapzOr. He had the stolen last, so he's going to go for the kill on Ryze, but this will result in a turnaround. Cloud9, we're all nearby. There goes a vacuum. Reaper's Scythe finishes off Ryze. Feero came in from the side with the help of FATA. They do manage to take down the Ogre. BabyKnight runs into the arrow here, doesn't get the BKB off in time, and they're going to try and go for him a little bit. Lasso onto FATA, though. They're actually in a bit of trouble. If FATA can get out, he's good. Now Feero lays into BabyKnight with his right-click damage. He pops the ultimate. BabyKnight's down to half health, and Ace and HeStEJoE need to try and help him out. The wall goes down. BabyKnight gets eliminated by Feero and his own illusion. FoREv stuck inside the fire with the sticky napalm stacks, but it's still not enough. A jump forward. HeStEJoE can't quite catch him. Adam maybe drop. Flame Break is going to take him out, but FoREv is going to get away. Now the bounce back in. Feero has all these stats upgrades. Immediately manages a Diffusal Blade off the Ghost Shroud. Ace is not going to survive through this, and Feero just keeps on marching forward. The stun goes down. Instantly taken off by the Dark Pact. They'll finish off HeStEJoE and wipe Cloud9, I think, from this existence. I'm not sure if Ryze died early in that engagement or not, but either way, multiple kills going the way of Feero. His Lincolns is rapidly approaching.
Yeah, Ryze was that opening kill at the very start, and that was a second full team wipe of the game. Feero well and truly online, becoming a huge menace to deal with. He's about to reach his level 20 talent as well to get even more stats. He's hunting for the Disruptor. He knows Disruptor doesn't have any friends, and he's
no.
Right clicks. He gets it. Oh, just in time. That's brutal.
Team wipe times 2. All right.
Yeah.
BabyKnight here. BabyKnight already down to half health. Does have the BKB though. FATA jumps forward, throws an arrow out from the trees, surprises NoiA, lands that one. HeStEJoE's going to try and respond with the lasso, but this opens Feero to make his initiation onto BabyKnight once again. These heroes from Bears, though, seem to be too tanky. With the BKBs, Ace can't lay down that Reaper Scythe. He lays it down right as the BKB wears out, but it looks like FATA still managed to survive through it. A pullback there, Glimpse Static Storm completely misses, and Feero is going to turn onto the BabyKnight SF, finish him off, get Ryze as well, and probably jump for more. Gets a Force Staff, throws out the pounds, hits Ace, Diffusal Blade up immediately as the Ghost Shroud is laid down, and racking up those stats. Ace is going to try and TP out, does make it.
Feero is just playing like a beast this game. That Diffusal is working out fantastic against the Necros. Ace goes back for a Ghost Scepter so that he can try and take advantage of that Diffusal cooldown, but that's all happening. Another pick. Feero catches the Bat Rider, Shivers, or an Ag Scepter. Feels like you only have 2k gold. It's like, well, we're losing fights right now. I can't save for something big. I've got to buy whatever I can. So I mean, Ghost Scepter kind of hits that price point, but Feero not done. The Observer finds him another kill, and there's a Lincoln Sphere on Feero, meaning he can really engage towards. And with that, Cloud9 very blind, going to be stuck on their high ground.
Observer ward placed, immediately going to be countered, and catching Adam. That's going to be a nice pick to start this whole entire fight, unless, oh no, the vacuum downwards has pulled Ace down to the low ground. This could be a 1-for-1, but it looks like Ace is tanky enough to be able to...
Cloud9 still in a position to hold on to their high ground here. They may have killed a bounty, but I think they still need to be very careful about leaving their base.
There's the vacuum. HeStEJoE drop low. The Shiva's going to be able to finish him off. Feero in the back line's already taken out the Disruptor first. Deals with that AoE silence. Now purging up Ace. There goes that extra bit of ethereal form for Ace, keeping him alive, but they need to activate the Shrine to save Ace. He turns around Reaper's Sight, but that's going to do minimal amount of damage. He's just hoping to be able to save his own life, but now an extra nuking power. The arrow's not enough. A Shrine keeps him alive. Cloud9 will not utterly lose that fight. They lose some of their supporting cast, but it's the cores who stay alive, and that's what's important here.
Yeah, I mean, Ace dying there would have been pretty disastrous. Didn't have buyback as well and could have led to this Rack's being taken. Not too much Essence Shift yet on the Slack, but he's going back in.
Arrow. Oh, what a vacuum pullback there from FoREv. Nice play. A Shuriken to finish him off while in ethereal form. Cloud9. No buyback on the SS, so they don't have the damage necessary to get a Reaper Scythe kill in the first place. Ace, they've got the pullback now. A counter pull from YapzOr. Grabs HeStEJoE, yanks him back in. Ryze is dead, and that is it. Cloud9 will lose to Bears, be dropped down to the lower bracket of this playoffs.
Man, this Feero kid, you can